This is amazing. I can't believe something like this was so close.
And look at the spirit idol. That's so cool. Even if it's not lit up, it's still beautiful.
Milas said it went dark when the seer was born. I can't believe all that energy is inside of you.
Hey, race you to the idol, Valessa.
Hey, that's not fair!
What? No fair. How did you beat me?
Even with a head start, you're no match for me. Time to throw in the towel. Stick to climbing trees.
Oh? So you want to have a climbing race?
I'll pass, thanks.
Wait, why?
A smart person doesn't pick a battle they know they'll lose. I'm surprised you challenged me, Fortum. You know how fast I am.
Are you calling me stupid?
No, I'd never do that. Anyway, isn't the spirit idol beautiful?
That's putting it lightly. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. When it's lit up, it must be incredible.
Yeah, I'd pay almost any price to see that. But don't worry, Fortum. I'm sure there's something we can do. If we all work together, we can make that idol shine again.
I always knew that Milas had people guard Solberg, but I thought it was to keep the spirit idol safe. Now we know, it's so they don't find out it's dark.
So we weren't the first ones that he told then? The guards must have known if they stood watch all day. I can't even think of anyone Milas trusts that much.
Well, we can't hide this from the people forever. If we resettle Valenorth, they'll need to know.
I can't believe we've lost our connection with the spirits. There must be some way to get it back, right?
Are you sure we lost it, though? It's still here, just inside of the seer.
I'm pretty sure it's not that simple. This idol has roots that reach all across Valenorth. As far as I know, the seer doesn't have any roots.
Well, maybe there's a way to put the energy back. You know, after we've taken down the Triumvirate.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe this is only temporary, and they'll come back. The seers won't need the power after we've won, right?
Well, looks like we're finally here. It wasn't that bad, was it?
Not as bad as I thought it'd be.
My legs are a little sore, but I'll manage. I know we're far from home, but this still feels like Valenorth. I guess maybe I expected something a little different.
Just wait until you see the outlook, Valessa.
The outlook?
You can almost see the entirety of Alestia. As soon as there's no trees in the way, you'll be amazed. It's easy to forget we're on top of the highest mountains.
So, we're not surrounded by trees the entire way to Mazeo?
Absolutely not. Even aside from the deforesting, trees are scarce. It makes for a beautiful view. I'm sure you'll love it.
Right. I guess you're in your own schedule now. You only had to bring us to Peregrino.
I'm not about to ditch you, though. Now head inside. Feel free to follow along. It won't be too hard to find Pro. Trust me.
Well, I guess this is it. As soon as we meet with Pro, we're off to Mazeo.
Wait, did you say Pro?
What? Who's there?
Well, what do you know? It's you. Kind of makes my job a whole lot easier.
Wait, you know us?
Just the seer.
Then you must be.
Ulrich! From the vision!
Excuse me?
Yeah, you were in the vision that the seer had last night.
Huh. Haven't even met, and I'm already in your dreams. That has to be some kind of new personal record.
He said you died, Ulrich. Something about a man named Sovi?
You sure are good at first impressions, little one.
I'm not little!
Is he telling the truth, seer? How exciting. You'll have to tell me more once we grab Pro. After that, we're going to evacuate Valinor.
Actually, Miles is taking care of that. The village is gathering for a celebration tonight. The perfect time to group up and escape, right?
Really? I'm starting to wonder why I'm even here. Either way, Pro and I will take you to Domic. I'm glad to hear this vision of yours won't come to pass. Shall we get things started? Unless you want to talk more, I'm up for that too.
Whenever you're ready, Seer. Seems like we have a lot ahead of us.
Why did the Honor Guard do all of this? They single-handedly sheltered and armed our forces.
Damek, sir. Everything is going according to plan. Our forces have started to relocate.
Ha! Perfect timing, Vance. I just received the deed from Grizz. It took some convincing, but I did it.
Wait, you didn't already have the deed? Why were we moving everybody down here?
Oops, you didn't hear anything, all right. Besides, I knew I could win him over. This was just a bit of a head start. And cut the formalities, call me Dormek. We've been through enough. This isn't about rank. I think of us all as a family, not an army.
Of course, Damek. I'm amazed at our new HQ, to be honest. How did you secure all of this stuff?
It wasn't me, Vance. The Honor Guard was planning a long stay. They're responsible for everything you see.
You mean those things? Why would they build stuff they have no use for? They can't really fight, and they have no need for sleep.
They must have known someone would use it. Either way, the Triumvirate doesn't know about this. Their own Honor Guard is defying orders, it would seem.
So there's discord among them? Never thought we'd live to see that.
Yeah, but it also proves the Triumvirate isn't all-knowing. There's no way they'd let this happen if they were. They're just like us. We can take them down. That is, if we're strong enough.
It's a spar you want?
Just need to make sure you haven't gotten sloppy. As soon as the Triumvirate finds out, a fight is coming.
Don't worry, Damek. I'm ready.
Wow, Ulrich, it's so big!
Yeah, I get compliments on it all the time.
Can I touch it?
Of course you can. Just be gentle, though.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought.
You might want to use both hands. And tighten your grip a little bit.
Like this?
A little bit lower.
Oh, sure. How about now?
There you go, that's more like it. Now, swing that sword with all your might.
Yeah!
Whoa! Watch what you're doing! You could have killed me, kid!
I'm so sorry. I've never used a greatsword before.
I feel like we should keep it that way. Hey. Absolutely. I'd recognize that thing anywhere. I'm surprised you have it out in the open like that. We went through such great lengths to hide it. About the Blade of Exodus? It's extraordinary. I have no idea where it came from or the full range of its power. It can repurpose life into an energy that serves the wielder. That gear at the base can spin, which should be impossible. It's almost like some parts of the blade exist in a different world. I'm starting to think that's the case. Where else would it store all that power? It's practically cheating. Whoever wields it has infinite power. I don't think of the Triumvirate as gods. They were just abusing this weapon. Now that they don't have it, taking them down should be child's play. I have no idea, and I don't think we'll ever find out. It must tap into a person's spirit before it enters the spirit realm. That's the only non-physical part of us that could be considered energy. I'm assuming they've always had it. It's how they came to power. Some people seem to think they used the blade to create our entire world. Not many people know about it, though. And they see the Triumvirate as gods. And they really aren't. They're just men who came upon a greater power. And now we have that greater power. We can rule Alestia far better than them. I think we should destroy that blade after we win. It's a tool of pure corruption. It wasn't too long ago, maybe half a year. The rebellion planned an attack. Our previous leader planned it down to even the smallest detail. Steal the blade, map out their castle, and pave way for our future liberation. I'll be honest, he knew he was going to die. He used his final moments to get the blade. Some people think it's a little fishy. How could we win so easily? Did they let us win? I don't think it's that deep. They just didn't expect our leader to effectively commit suicide. I was. Change the subject. I'm sure you won't. I don't think any of us will. The scope of his planning went farther than I could have imagined. Being the Elder of Valenorth, he planned every aspect of your involvement. I guess breaking Valenorth's non-partisan stance made perfect sense to him. Every little piece was in place. The liberation of Alestia was finally attainable. I just hope that you're everything you thought you'd be. Wielding that blade isn't easy. He already is, and I'm happy to serve him. Things are going swimmingly. It helps that he was one of the founding members of the rebellion, too. At that point, though, he was too young to lead. Things are different now. He's done a fine job of honoring our leader's legacy and guiding us to victory. He had to make a few hard decisions, but I trust his judgment without question. Everything is going according to plan. Our final assault is all we need. Wait, he used the Blade of Exodus on me? That's impossible. There's no way he'd be able to wield it. You're the only one. Even Dominik nearly died the first time he touched it. I'm still surprised, though. He had a small vision when he did. Perhaps he has some spiritual energy inside of him. Either way, hopefully I went out in a blaze of glory. Yeah, that sounds like me. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm just thankful that this vision won't come to pass. I have a lot of life left in me. That makes me wonder, though. What was the purpose of seeing something like that? I can understand a vision of Valinor being attacked, but seeing me and watching me die? We've never even met. How is it possible to know what I look like and how I act? I know the spirits give visions of the future, but that's so specific, and it won't happen. Sylvie is an incredibly strong adversary, even without the blade. But if he's able to wield it, we better make sure it never enters his hands. His strength, coupled with that blade. I don't scare easily, but that's terrifying. There's no way he should be able to. I imagine even you're having trouble. It's not meant for just anybody to wield. You need an incredible spiritual connection. Dominik might have a small one, but Sylvie? A man like that has no connection to the spirits. Hard to say. That depends on your ability to wield it. The Triumvirate had that blade for an eternity. You don't have that much time. Not to put too much pressure on your shoulders, it's just the truth. Yeah, but you also saw me die, right? These visions aren't as reliable as I've been led to believe. Rather than seeing the future, it's almost like it shows you what to avoid. Too bad we can't avoid what's coming to Valinor. When Dominik touched the blade, he saw Valinor fall and the rebellion win. It seems like he's embracing what he saw. Good thing you're not, or else I'd be dead. You mean how do I feel without our most valuable assets? Pretty terrible. Without visions to guide us and the power of that blade, we'd be dead. There's no way we could take them down through conventional means. However, at the moment, everything is in our favor. Everything. We just need to be careful. Do not let the Triumvirate or Sylvie take that blade back. If we can do that, victory is as good as ours. A new future will rise to greet Alestia. Scary is an understatement, but I've never been more certain of our victory. Dominik is pretty excited to meet you, actually. You're going to help us win this war. I'm fully aware of that. It'll take some training to get used to it. When we get to Museo, Dominik will place you under a strict training regimen. You need to get as much practice as possible before we launch our attack. Of course, and I'm glad you look at it that way. Practice makes perfect. We can't expect you to use it immediately. Just do your best to be careful. You know what that thing is capable of. I'll pass, thanks. Dominik was able to use it only for a brief second. Any longer than that and he would have died. I think this one rests on your shoulders alone. Good. Fighting your calling is never the right idea. Just embrace it and let's do great things together. You'll make it out of this as a hero, you know. Well, the rebellion was formed around 20 years ago. Survivors of the occupation banded together and sought justice. Adults trained orphaned children to create the perfect soldiers. A long time has passed and now the children are old enough to fight. And they've been perfectly trained. Almost their only purpose. Dominik was one of these children. The previous leader raised him as his own. Obviously, I'm a little older. I wasn't a victim of the occupation. When it happened, I was just arriving in Museo to sell my sword arm. I moved here from Alarinthia as soon as I had the chance. Imagine wanting to get a new start and arriving in the middle of a war zone. That's pretty much what happened. So I did what anybody else would do. I joined the winning side, the Triumvirate, with the hopes of making money. It was going well, but then I realized they were killing children. I turned on them as quickly as I joined them, fighting for Museo. I was one of the first rebels. Got to watch Dominik grow up firsthand. That's purely subjective, but I happen to think you're right. The triumvirate needs to be taken down or held accountable for what they did. Leaders should never get a free pass to commit atrocities. Never. I'm sure there's been insurrections in the past. There must have been. But the thing about us is that we have the Blade of Exodus, our victory. He's a good man. I've watched him grow into a capable soldier. He always has this way of being happy no matter the odds. Even if we lost almost every rebel, he'd find a way to keep us going. Cracking a joke or two is always in his nature, even in grim circumstances. It can lighten the mood, that's for sure. Nothing is worse than low morale. That's probably what he's best at, keeping the soldiers happy and motivated. I feel the same way. I'm confident that he'll lead us to victory. Absolutely. Everybody lost something special that day. Families were torn apart. Many people lost the will to live. A lot of the children only wanted one thing: revenge. And a lot of the adults saw one thing: an army ripe for training. They banded together, and the rebellion slowly became what it is today. We are finally strong enough to do something, and that's special. Really? That's news to me. What a bad day to be in Museo. I guess it makes sense, though. You look like you carry purpose. You'll fit right in. I'm sure almost every rebel could relate. Yeah, the bulk of the victims were children who lost their parents. Fast forward some 20-odd years and they're grown men and women. Nobody would send children to war. It was important to wait and train. What else were we supposed to do? It's not like we forced them. They wanted to fight, to be trained, and we wanted an army. We were able to achieve unity and grow into the force we've become. Yeah, think about it for a moment. Without them, we'd stand no chance. Some people think their future was stolen, but if we win, we can get it back. No occupations, no families being torn apart. That's the true purpose of it all. Not really, but it's not numbers that we need, just strategy. The Triumvirate's honor guard is weak. One man could easily kill 50, and with that blade on our side, they can't make any more. Just a matter of time. That's for sure. Without that blade, we'd never win. As I've always said, we can't take them down with conventional means. There's a lot resting on your shoulders. I hope you're up to the task. There's not much to say. He doubled as the Elder of Valenorth. You probably already know everything there is to know. You worked with him. The secrets he kept from you? Well, you've already been told. He sacrificed himself to get you that blade. Now he's gone. Dominic buried him underground in Mazeo's tunnels, our new home. In fact, you could see his grave if you wanted. Pay some respects. I doubt we will. He gave us a hand of winning cards. Dominic is securing our HQ and planning our final attack right now. We'll sail to Balteas and take them down for good. I heard that he was. He had a lot of stuff to deal with. Finding out about his father's true role and leading Valenorth, I can't even begin to imagine what the inside of his head is like. I guess it is. But I doubt Dominic was thinking that far ahead. It was just the most convenient place to bury his body. Those tunnels were being dug up, lots of tools lying around. Lots of pirates and people who were after money, no matter what. Don't trust random people and don't buy anything from a stranger. You'd get swindled and robbed far before you found anyone genuine. And the occupation didn't make things too much better. It's still dangerous. Mazeo's spirit idol was also on its final days, dim and defeated. At least, that's what we thought, until very recently. Well, there's a church in Museo. It's supposed to be for triumvirate worship. At the altar there rests a very dim spirit idol. We assumed it was dying. But it's not even the true spirit idol. The true one rests deep underground. The one in the church was merely receiving energy from the true idol. That's why it was so dim. The source of power was far away. Nobody knows about this except for the rebellion. It's our secret. We want to try tapping into it for power. It's our only chance, too, since Alarenthia's idol was destroyed. And from what I've heard, Valenorth's died out a while back as well. Is that so? I suppose that's why you're so important. Its energy went into you, and now you can wield the blade. I hope you don't misuse this gift. I'll admit, I'm a bit intimidated. I'm not sure. It's one of Alarenthia's many legends. Apparently at the dawn of history, the Triumvirate destroyed it. That's why Alarenthia grew into what it is today, an arid wasteland. If the Triumvirate did it, we have to wonder why. Do the spirit idols pose some threat to their rule? That's why Domik wants to try tapping into Mazeo's true idol. The Triumvirate suspected it. That's why they were digging in Mazeo. But after 20 years, they found nothing. It was Domik who discovered it. We decided to keep it secret. He's coming up with a plan for it right now. I suppose so. If the Triumvirate didn't destroy all the others. But right now, the idol in Mazeo is the only one we know about. That is, unless there's one in Balteus. But I doubt it. I mean, the Triumvirate could have one hidden there, maybe. But there's no way to know for sure. We should focus on what we do know. Yeah, the occupation didn't do much to help, no matter what anyone says. I think I'm qualified to speak on the matter. I mean, I've lived there forever. There's still an active piracy network, smuggling things from Mazeo to Alarenthia. Yeah, the elimination of piracy was just an excuse. I think they were searching for the spirit idol underneath Mazeo. But what they wanted it for, and what they do with it, I have no idea. Probably not. Not unless they had some reason to help us, a big one. A liberated Alestia would have no room for rampant piracy, right? There'd be no reason to help a cause that hurts their livelihood. Right now they're a wild card, not on our side, but not against us either. We should use that to our advantage while we can. They might turn on us later. I'll be by your side. Domik should be as well. You'll be fine. We know the lay of the land and how to deal with people. Just follow our lead. Besides, most of our time will be in the Rebel HQ. It's safe there. Alestia will be free. We won't have any restriction on trade. That's a good thing and a bad thing. The pirate will fight against it. We could take down the Triumvirate, only to find ourselves against a pirate army. No. You couldn't even pay me to go back to Alarenthia. It's so hot it's almost unbearable. And the way they govern things is different. I know I say that Mazeo is dangerous, but Alarenthia makes it look like paradise. I just don't agree with the way things are done over there. The strongest tribe gets to rule the land. It's a constant power struggle. Either way, Alarenthia isn't my home. My true home is Mazeo. Yeah, and that's especially true in Alarenthia. You choose your home and family. You can change your circumstances if you don't like them. On the mainland and in Mazeo, it's different. People stay in toxic relationships. I think of it different. If you don't like your family, find a new one. I've spilled enough blood to hold no blind allegiance to it. That's a very grim way of looking at things. When the flames go out and the ash blows away, you can go back. It still exists. It'll just be a new Valenorth. Don't be pessimistic. He recently rose through the ranks and has given us tons of trouble. When the Triumvirate gets in our way, he's likely responsible. He makes himself a lot more known. Way different than the last Inquisitor. I haven't gotten to meet his apprentice yet. The Grand Inquisitor always has to train one. It ensures a constant cycle of obedience. I don't know. Yeah, but as I said, I have no idea who it is. If Sovi is training him, though, I'd watch out. Seems like we'll be up against some tough opposition. Not that I'm aware of, and I highly doubt it. It's just them, the Inquisition and their honor guard. Seems simple enough, but taking them down will be anything but. The more you know about the enemy, the easier it is to oppose them. This is one of the fundamental rules of war. Know what you're up against. Ignorance on the battlefield is the fastest way to meet your own end.
I'm sure glad we had Zamira here to guide us. Without him, I'm pretty sure we'd have gotten lost.
Let's not think about that, alright? I'm just thankful we have such great friends. They're all risking a lot for us, you know?
True, but honestly, we're risking even more. When this is all over, we could go down in history. It makes sense that they'd want to be remembered too.
Remembered? Do you mean they're helping us for glory? I'd like to think that they were just being nice.
I wish that's how people worked. You really think Zamira did this for free? He must be receiving some kind of payment.
Aren't we going on this journey for free? There's no promise of fame, money, or glory.
But the possibility can be even more appealing. Either way, any help we can get is good. No need to dig into people's motives, Valessa.
You're the one that did it, though.
Wow, look at all these trees. They'd be perfect for climbing. Mind if I take a quick detour?
Ugh, come on, Fortum. We don't have time. Aren't there more important matters at hand?
If I don't practice, how will I ever climb the Grand Tree? You gotta give me some time every once in a while, Valessa.
Perhaps, but not now. I don't have time to treat any injuries.
I can treat them myself.
Really? You sure fooled me.
It's a lot taller than I thought it'd be.
Well, it doubles as a sort of hotel. I'm assuming the topmost floors are private rooms.
Yo, really? That's cool. Maybe we can rest before we leave.
If we have the time, perhaps we can. It might be nice to explore this place in person. I've read about it and heard lots of stories.
What kind of stories?
If they're true, you'll see for yourself.
It's a...
Well,
Yo, what?
if they're
It's a...
well,
Yo,
if they're true.
Absolutely not! There's no way! Take that letter back to Dominic in pieces. I'm not giving up my beloved Peregrino, Pro.
Aaron, you don't want to test me. This is for the good of Alestia. Don't be selfish. He wouldn't act outside of our best interests. If you don't agree, he'll cut your funding. You wouldn't be able to keep up. You'd go out of business. This isn't exactly the best place for a watering hole, you know?
I'll make do. I have to. This place is my home.
We're not asking you to move. You just have to let Dominic do what he wants.
Dominic wants me to shut down Peregrino. He wants to turn it into some stupid barracks.
It's for Valenor's safety, you know? With an army here, the village would be safe. Future attacks could be stopped before they even start.
At the cost of my home, you mean? I refuse to do this. You can't make me.
You're acting like a child, Aaron. Like I said, you can still live here. It just wouldn't be a tavern anymore.
But that's what it was meant to be, Pro. That's what the rebellion wanted. Neutral ground for both nations. You can't change your mind just because you want something else.
That's exactly why we can change our minds. Aaron, stop being stubborn. Lives are at stake here. Look me in the eyes and tell me your tavern is worth those lives.
But
Hey, Seer, give us your input. Without an elder, you're in charge of Erin. This place still falls under Valinor's jurisdiction. Or do you not know the secret of Peregrino? Back when your elder formed a treaty with Mazael, it's not like they trusted each other immediately. Both sides were scared of walking into a trap. So what was the best thing to do? Meet each other halfway. That's right. This place was built for secret rebellion meetings. But things are changing. Valinor deserves an army to protect it.
don't tell me you're considering this, Seer.
Think about it logically for a second. If this was a barracks, Valinor would be safe. We'd fight off the Triumvirate forces for you. It may be too late now, but we can plan for the future. Damek is requesting this of Erin, but you can order it. He'll be expecting answers as soon as we arrive in Mazael.
He has a point, Seer. Technically, you're in charge of the entire nation, and if it sounds like I'm putting pressure on you, I am. We have a lot to do. We can't waste time over stupid fights. Help them resolve this so we can talk about important stuff.
There's no reason to turn this into a barracks, though. If you win this war, Alestia will be safe and peaceful. Damek is being hasty. He's not thinking straight. Seer, I beg of you, don't take my home away from me.
It's an interesting situation, to say the least. But that doesn't mean the right decision is hard to make. We should ally with the rebellion, then place an army here. If our elder had done that, then Valinor would be fine. In my opinion, we need to work toward a united Alestia. That would have saved us this time. It can save us in the future. Either way, I know you also need to choose a new elder. If you already have someone in mind, then try to cater to them. It's important that they're left with a nation they'll be proud to lead.
Whoa. You actually want my input on this? I guess it is my duty to assist you, but I'm surprised. I'm only supposed to guide you when it comes to visions. If I had to choose, I'd keep this place the way it is. After the war, Valinor and the rest of the world would be safe. Why would we train an army after we've taken down the Triumvirate? If I were the Elder, I'd commit myself to maintaining our independence. That means living outside of conflict like we've been doing for millennia. Siding with the rebellion and putting an army here will tie us to future wars. Until today, even you were raised in an independent Valinor. I can understand a temporary alliance, but we should go back to normal. I honestly think it's kind of an insulting idea. We can take care of ourselves.
Look, I already told you to hurry up. There's no downside to placing an army here. Erin is just being whiny and resistant to change. You have the chance to prove yourself as a capable leader. Don't cave under his demands and give him what he wants. An effective leader does what's best for everybody. Think about Alestia when you make a choice, not Erin. And that advice will help you every time you need to make a decision. Catering to individual people is a great way to garner hate.
Are you
serious? Come on. You can't just leave your village defenseless.
Now, Pro, you're the one that brought him into this. We need to take his word as law. That's how it works. Thank you so much, Seer. This calls for a celebration.
Just met, and you're already a thorn in my side. Oh well, I just hope you don't come to regret that choice. If you don't, then expect future generations to hate you. Oh well, I guess I should look on the bright side of things. At least they can have a drink while their village burns down again. Ulrich,
Pro?
I thought you might find yourself here. Domek must know about the new plans then.
He assumed you were slacking off. Now that I'm here, I guess it's half true.
Don't worry, I had it planned all along. You can doubt me, but everything worked out. Here we are, all together and ready to plan.
I need to get all of you back to Domek as fast as possible. We need to make some moves and plan our final attack. You'll be training under a pretty strict regimen. Domek wants you to master that blade as fast as you can. Now, I already told you about the spirit idol they found in Mazeo. Domek wants to use you and that blade to tap into its power. He thinks it would give us more of a chance to win this war.
Wait, a new spirit idol? I didn't know that could happen. I thought we had all of them mapped out for a long time.
I'll assume your studying abilities are limited in Valinor. But the occupation was just a cover for the Triumvirate's true goal. They were looking for this spirit idol, so they could destroy it.
Whoa, hold on. Why would they want to do that?
We don't know, but that's why Domek wants it first. There's a possibility that it poses a threat to their reign. Legend has it they destroyed Alarinthia's idol as well.
Wait, Alarinthia's idol was destroyed?
It was so long ago that they almost never had one. That's why it turned into the arid wasteland it's become. Kind of like how Valinor will freeze over, potentially.
So, Domek wants to use this new spirit idol for power. Isn't that risky? Does he even know what will happen?
Nope. This has never been done before. Unless, of course, we're talking about your friend here.
You mean he wants to use the power on people?
As far as I know, yeah. It could give our army just the push it needs. There's even a chance it could turn them into seers.
An army of seers. Do you realize how crazy that sounds? I can't believe Domek would want to do that.
Hey, I'm just theorizing. We have no idea what will actually happen. We just know one thing. The Triumvirate wants it destroyed.
And that means they don't want anyone else to have it. So there must be something we can use it for, right? We think that this is part of your destiny, Seer.
It's not a coincidence that all of this happened at once. We find the idol just as you realize your potential. Perhaps it's that potential we need to be using.
Basically, it's gonna happen like this. We'll get to Mazeo, and Domek will start your training. When you feel comfortable enough, we'll bring you to the idol. You'll use your power to tap into it and empower our army. Then, you'll help Domek lead our final assault on Balteus. We'll take down the Triumvirate in their own home.
Wow.
He really has it all planned out, huh?
Yeah, smooth sailing once we get to Mazeo. And I think it would be too dangerous to leave right now. It's almost nighttime. We should rest and leave in the morning.
I agree. I made good time on my journey over here. We'll still be on schedule even if we stop to rest. Spirits know I need it after the long trek I just took.
Resting does sound pretty good right now. It's been such a hectic day. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, and it'll give us time to discuss other matters. I'm down to rest, Ulrich. Just point us in the right direction.
Not so fast. Let's hang out for a bit first. It's still early enough that we can have plenty of fun. Go look around. I won't be too far behind, alright?
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna go grab a drink. Seer, when you're ready, take any room you want. We'll head to the Outlook at dawn and journey down to Museo.
Look, I'm sure you're processing a lot all at once, but you're not alone. We're about to go to war. I'm overwhelmed too, and so is Ulrich. He might not show it, but I'm sure he's scared. There's never been a battle like this before. All we can do is play with the hand we've been dealt. I'll see you around, all right? Watching everybody drink is making me thirsty. If you miss me, you'll know where to find me.
Master, are you okay?
Of course.
There it is again, that dismissive tone. I can tell when something is wrong, you know. There's no need to lie. I'm your apprentice.
It's nothing, Halen.
I think it has to do with what happened earlier. The Triumvirate told you something, didn't they? You're not taking it well. I could tell the entire time.
Very perceptive. Leave me alone.
Sophie, you're acting like a child. Please tell me. I want to help you, Sophie. I stand by your side no matter what.
Are you sure about that, Halen?
Of course. You don't have to tell me what they said, Sophie, but at least tell me what you're feeling.
They told me something I wasn't ready to hear. I'm sorry I forgot about you, and I'm sorry for being cross. My thoughts are muddled, Halen, and I'm confused.
How do you plan to deal with that?
For the first time in a while, I don't know. My purpose was always clear, my resolve unwavering. I'm starting to feel like my previous master, before my promotion.
You never did tell me what happened to him.
No, I didn't.
Very well. At least tell me about this purpose of yours. I fight to ensure the reign of the Triumvirate, our gods.
A very clear purpose, and noble to some. For me, things have always been a bit different. I fight to ensure the reign of Alestia's true rulers.
Then what's the issue, Master? It would seem that we share the same purpose.
Normally, I would agree with you. But now, I'm not so sure.
No, Alex, you have it all wrong. I only want you to pretend that you're helping the Triumvirate. When the time comes, you'll turn on them and help Damek instead.
You know Nada will never let this happen, right?
I don't care what she thinks. I'm asking you. I have no doubt in my mind. A battle is coming to Museo. The Triumvirate will send their forces here for that new idol. I don't know what they want with it, but we need to strike immediately. You'll meet them at the docks and tell them you've been hired to assist. As soon as you get the chance, you'll sabotage the ships and kill them all. That is, except for one ship. Damek will need one to launch his attack on Balteus.
Alright, I'll humor you for a moment. Even if I play along and your rebellion comes to rule Alestia, they'll lift the trade bans, effectively ruining piracy for good. Why should I fight to kill my own profession?
There are much better things to do in this world, Alex. I could pay you with anything you wanted, or any job you wanted. Just name it, and I'll make it happen. These are dire times, you know.
I doubt this offer extends to the rest of our crew. I'd love a reward and a new job, but not if it screws them over. They'll be doing the bulk of the fighting, not me or Nada. That is, if I can even convince them to do this. One of our core tenets is that we don't take sides.
Even when the victor is clear?
Even so, during the occupation, we fought for our own survival. Both the Triumvirate and the citizens of Mazeo attacked us. We worked for decades to unite the pirates into what they are today. Doing this will split them apart again. You'll make an enemy out of Nada. She's pretty much the leader, and her influence is immeasurable.
I'm well aware of that, and I've taken it into consideration. A divide in your numbers will still give me the right amount of men. You can show the rest of the pirates they're on the wrong side of this. Any divide that comes, I'm sure we can mend it. Besides, Damek hasn't said he's going to harm piracy. I'm sure we can come to some sort of deal, Alex.
No matter what the deal is, you can't win over everybody. As soon as the Triumvirate falls, you'll have another war lined up. Hell, they might even join the White Cloaks out of spite.
I'm willing to take the risk, but I'll do my best to make sure they're satisfied. There will be a place for everyone in our new Alestia. The pirates are in a great position to make demands. As the mayor of Mazeo, I can give you anything you want. There's no way Nada could turn an offer like that down.
Very well. Let's talk terms.
Oh, hey Zamira. It's good to see you again. I was starting to worry you might...
Oh, come on now. There's no need to worry about me. I'd worry about Valenorth. There's no more gate guard.
Oh yeah, I guess that was your job. I'm glad to see that you got everything done. Did you, happen to touch that sword by any chance?
Absolutely not. I kept it under wraps the entire time. We put it in the Grand Tree for safekeeping.
Whew, good idea. I'm just really curious. Damek was able to use it, however briefly. And not only that, but he had a vision too.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Didn't you guys find a new spirit idol in Mazeo?
Yeah, I think he wants to harness it for power. I didn't stop to ask, but it's all he talks about now.
Well, isn't it inside your new HQ?
Yeah, now that you mention it.
Didn't Damek frequent those underground tunnels? Maybe he was exposed to some level of spiritual energy. At least, enough to let him have a vision or something.
I don't think that's how it works.
It's a possibility. At least give me that much. That blade challenges all of our understandings.
All right, your theory has merit. It's really odd, but it makes sense. Can you even imagine if it was true?
Maybe that's why Damek wants to harness its power. Giving regular people visions? He'd have an army of seers. There's no way the Triumvirate could fight against that.
Whoa. Hey, how'd you learn about this stuff anyway?
I overheard a few things, that's all. No one is leaking intel or anything.
Good. We can't have any moles. The rebellion, as it is, currently hangs on threads. It's only thanks to that anomalous blade that we stand a chance.
Hey, you were working with the seer?
Yeah, something like that. It lasted all of a couple hours.
What do you think about him?
I honestly have no idea. It's hard to believe that our fate rests upon one person. I don't think I could put my faith in somebody that way.
Why not?
It's a big gamble, isn't it? Too risky.
Yeah, but faith is all about risk. You believe in spite of overwhelming odds. You fight, even when everything tells you to stop.
Hmm.
You don't have to agree, but it's true. Without faith, the rebellion wouldn't even be here. Alestia would remain under the Triumvirate's grasp forever.
You have a point, Ulrich. It's impressive that you've come this far.
And we still have a long way to go. But we won't get there if people don't believe. Have a little faith in us, all right, Samira?
Well, I can't say no to that. Just don't let me down, all right? When we make it through this, I'm buying drinks.
Oh, you mean you aren't buying right now? And here I was, buttering you up for nothing.
Zamira, can I talk to you for a second?
Of course. What's up, Aaron?
I want to thank the seer for what he's done. Defying Domek's orders and letting me keep Peregrino. They deserve something. But I don't know what to do. I was thinking of offering him a permanent room. You know, to stay here whenever he wants. Should I offer unlimited drinks as well? Samira, are you paying attention?
Does this offer of free drinks extend to his comrades?
I suppose it would.
All right, I'm sold. Here, I'll take you to see him right away. I'm so thirsty. This is gonna be amazing!
Samira, whoa! Let go! I want a gift for them, not you.
Don't worry, he'll love it. Everybody, Aaron is giving us free drinks! Come over here! Let's celebrate for Peregrino!
Oh no. Is he serious right now? There's no way I have enough for everybody.
Yeah, you heard right! Free!
Hey. I joined shortly after the occupation. The previous leader recruited me. It seems that children with revenge on their minds was in both high demand and supply. I grew up with Domek and a bunch of other kids our age. They trained us all in war. Ulrich joined a little bit later. He's older and was already trained. As you could have guessed, I lost my family during the occupation. A common tale as of late. But we're finally ready to take on the Triumvirate. We'll take back the future they stole. He's a really nice guy, and we've shared a lot of the same struggles. There's no one else I'd rather march into battle with. I mean it. His tactics, his strategy, it's really something else. Watching him on the war table is nothing short of an honor. I can't wait to get an interview with the guy. His story needs to be told. After this all blows over, I'm sure he'll go down in history as a hero. Did you not hear what I just said? I mean, of course he is. He's the best. Not only capable, but exceeding expectation. Yeah, and the transition between leaders was pretty seamless. He was close to our previous leader, so he picked up on a lot of stuff. It's almost like he was being trained from the start to take over. He's been obsessed with these underground tunnels lately. He wants our headquarters to be hidden and well guarded. I think he's trying to strike a deal with the mayor of Mazeo. That means the mayor is defecting from the Triumvirate. That's good. We have a huge advantage as long as that secret isn't leaked. But there's something else he's been talking about as well. In the same tunnels he wants to claim, he discovered a spirit idol. A massive one, flowing with unfathomable amounts of energy. I think he wants to tap into it with that blade and use that power. You're living proof that idols can empower people, right? If we could do that to our army, we'd be almost unstoppable. With the right strategy and that special blade, of course. I'm just glad that Domek is the best strategist I've ever seen. Then there's you. I'm not so sure about you yet. With the right training, I think you'll be fine. So that's what we'll do when we get to Mazeo. Train. And no complaining about the hours. The fate of Alestia is at stake. Oh, sure. What did you want to talk about? Join the club. Almost everybody lost a family member during the occupation. At least it helps you relate to the others. You're not alone in this. I I can't imagine tackling this struggle all by ourselves. Yeah, I guess you could say that. It's not an ideal place to be, though. If the occupation never happened and my family were here, that'd be better. But you gotta make the best of what you have, so I can't really complain. Probably somewhere a lot safer than Museo, working on my next big hit. I'd be a totally different person, too. The last 10 years were spent on training. It's almost impossible to find time to myself, you know? But most importantly, my family would still be here. I always wondered what kind of people they'd turn out to be. So, without the occupation, I'd probably stick by their side. Not really. At least not in the way you'd think. It was all about reconnaissance for me, staying on the high ground. I mapped out a lot of Balteas, so our leader could come up with a plan. When they raided the Triumvirate's castle, I stayed far behind. They made sure that nobody got in my way, and I mapped the castle too. We're gonna take advantage of that map when we attack them again. I saw the corpse of our leader as Damek carried it out. It was horrible. After that, he buried it underneath Museo in those tunnels he likes. But with that blade and the castle plans, one final attack is all we need. Well, I've known him for years, and he's never let me down. I don't think I've ever seen someone so strong. He's unbeatable. If he went back to Alarinthia, he could easily become its ruler. But he never gives up the chance to tell us how much he hates it. So, I guess we're stuck with him here on the mainland for a while. I wonder what he'll do once all of this blows over. Of course you can! I can't think of anyone better. With him by your side, you'll never be in real danger. Don't tell him I said that, though. His ego needs to stay in check. Wait, are you serious? Ulrich has a perfect reputation. He's never been bested in combat, and I don't think he ever will. I'll have to chalk that one up to being a simple inaccuracy in your vision. Probably just being paranoid. He's a good man. Though I can see why you'd suspect something like that. He's pretty reserved. He doesn't like talking about his past. But trust me, he's a valuable ally to both you and the rebellion. I wouldn't push him away. You'll need him more often than not. Who knows? He may even open up to all of us one day. Absolutely not! The man sure knows how to use that blade. I sure hope I'm never on the receiving end of his rage. He'll be a key figure in every upcoming battle. I know it. If you want to know for sure, he's always up for sparring. I think the new Rebel HQ will have tons of practice swords. Make sure to tell me if it gets that far, though. I'd love to watch. Well, I'm a bit of a gambler. I love to take risks and have them pay off. Aside from that, I like to write. I fancy myself an author, I guess. After this war, maybe I'll get to focus on that a little bit more. Non-fiction, mostly. I like to chronicle the stories of important people. So, and this is just an example, but yourself and Damek, you'll go down in history. But you need to be real, not a legend. Like I said, I hope to write more stuff when this war is over. I don't exactly have much time to myself, even on the best of days. It's hard for the other rebels to find time too. I need to eavesdrop. Hey now, I'm not hinting at anything like that. I'd rather wait until things die down, to be honest. No offense, but you haven't done anything noteworthy yet. Hopefully that will change with time, and then we can talk. But for now, I need to focus on Damek and the other rebels. Your story has yet to unfold, and as such, has yet to be written. Not everything. I'd be a fool to try that. Just the important stuff. If that's what I aim for, I'm sure I can get it all. Maybe. I just want to make sure that people's stories are told. Important figures usually become exaggerated legends. I only want to ground them in reality, you know? That way, history remembers who they really were. Of course not. I mean, they never see me, so they can't be mad. But I'm not being creepy or anything, just listening in here and there. It'll be a lot easier to do in our new HQ, though. Wait till you see it. Nothing I can tell you. An author never spills his secrets. If someone else can tell my stories, then what's the point? I take these to the grave. Or at least until I publish them. I like to cook. Actually, I like it a lot. I'm always in the kitchen. I have to take it easy, though. I used to eat way too much. I was fat. But that's almost a lifetime ago. It only took some practice and self-control. Well, self-control and exercise. I'm always on the move. Aside from that, I like to go to the theater. Plays are great nowadays. That's pretty much it. I'm not the most exciting person, to be honest. Wait, is that a compliment or an insult? You know what? Don't answer that, actually. I'll take it as a compliment. Thank you. Absolutely! It's so far to find a workout partner these days. Well, unless your idea of a workout is using practice swords. I prefer using daggers and my fists. I focus on agility. The enemy can't hurt you if you kill them first, right? At least that's what I like to tell myself. I seem useful in combat. I've never had any complaints, and Dominic usually asks for my help. There's one I really love. It's called A Tragedy in Balteus. The hero works for both the good guys and the bad guys. The good guys find out, and they kill him in cold blood. It turns out he was good all along. He was just using the bad guys. Their hasty choice causes them to lose, and the bad guys kill them all. It's really tragic and ironic. Everything a good story needs. Yeah, there really is. There's a huge theater, but it's tucked away. Most people never see it since it's right in the middle of the marketplace. But there's a loyal following, and there's always something new to watch. I'd love to be a playwright, but I don't think that's my calling. I think I'm better off letting the masters tell their stories. I'm not sure, actually. Maybe I'll focus on my writing career. But I'd need to retire somewhere nice and free of distraction. Museo is just so busy. It's hard to focus on anything. Maybe I'll find someone special and bring them along. This is all up in the air, of course. A lot could change. I probably shouldn't plan it out. I'll play it by ear. I'd say Valenorth, but I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe Balteus, if I can get used to the cold. It seems quiet there. When the Triumvirate is taken down, we can settle there for once. Oh my, are you asking for yourself? Either way, the answer is no. I haven't had time for that. Love and war don't mix together, unless the formula is a tragedy. Whatever you feel like doing. We'll be free and capable of anything. Far be it from me to tell you how to live your life. Do your thing. I've been here for a couple weeks, much to Domic's dismay. He wanted me to bring the blade to Valenorth and get you immediately. I guess maybe he thought the attack was going to happen right away. An outsider marching into Valenorth with a weapon would be a bad idea. That's why I wrapped it up and gave it to Zamira to keep safe. I knew Milas would give it to you, and you'd come here eventually. I knew we had spare time, so I decided to play it safe. Besides, Peregrino is a pretty cool place. Aaron sure is fun to hang out with. Probably not. I mean, it all worked out for the best. I got to relax here too, which is really hard to do these days. Overall, I wouldn't be concerned. It's such a minor change. He's capable of adapting, which is why he sent Ulrich here as well. The fact that Ulrich is calm speaks volumes. Domic isn't mad. If he was, I'd be in the middle of a huge verbal lashing right now. The rebellion needed a neutral location between Museo and Valenorth. It's pretty much the same distance away from both nations, after all. They held meetings here and conducted business free of geographical bias. It was especially important during the early days of the rebellion. The alliance between Valenorth and Mazeo was rocky at best. You guys weren't exactly open to forming treaties with outsiders. I think it's a pretty good idea if you want to resettle Valenorth. Any future attackers will have to march right past Peregrino. Can't think of a better use than to station a capable army here. Not much, to be honest, but probably more than most. I pride myself on picking up weird information. And if you're talking weird, they really fit the bill. Their rule goes really far back. Like, we don't know about a time without them. A lot of people in Alestia consider them gods and say they created our world. But there's no way to know for sure. They never answer questions like that. It's really rare that they come out of their chambers. I've never seen it happen. And I'm starting to wonder if I ever will. I bet that's where we'll take them down. We've tried to lure them out, but it never works. They see right through our tricks. I wish I could tell you. Nobody knows, and they'll probably never tell us. They'll probably take that secret to their ever-nearing graves. How old is our world again? Yeah, they're that old. They've been here since the dawn of time. I wonder how we'll kill people so strong. We have no idea. We just know about their cloaks. They're given an affectionate nickname, White Cloaks. They wear these beautiful white robes trimmed with gold. Kind of like that blade you've got on your back. Leads more credence to the theory that they created it. Kind of ironic, isn't it? Being killed by their own creation. I'm not really sure that gods exist. At least not in the conventional sense. It's almost like that blade is a god. It has the ability to repurpose our spiritual energy. That's how they make their army, right? Maybe they used it to gain immortality too. If that's true, then where did the blade come from? I'm terrified just thinking about it. What is that thing? I don't think any ruler is truly evil. The needs of a world and its people are always changing. I think they're out of touch on what Alestia needs right now. And in their heads, I'm sure they consider themselves good. I'm sure they have a reason for all the terrible things they've done. I know the rebellion sure does. Our hands aren't exactly clean. Either they made it, or they found it. Both options are terrifying. If they found it, that means it came from somewhere. Another world, even. In that case, how many worlds, how many people were victim to its power? On the other hand, if they created it, they must be almost unstoppable. If they made it on their own, then by logic, they have to be stronger than it. Doesn't exactly fill you with confidence to march against them, does it? It seems like it, but there's no way to know for sure. We've never been under anyone else's lead, right? I imagine it'll be chaotic at first until we figure things out. It's not a turnkey operation. We're talking about ruling a world. Damek, or whoever ends up taking charge, will have to learn a lot. After that, we just have to hope that the people accept new rulers.
Hey, this is almost a replica of mine. Whoever uses this has fine taste.
It's been there ever since I got here. I have no idea who it belongs to.
Knowing Aaron, it might be for decoration. It's a shame, though, it'll just rust away. A blade like this needs to experience combat.
Oh, so you want to spar with me? I thought you'd never ask, Ulrich.
That's not what I meant.
Is it Glute Town?
No, you're just weak.
I'm not.
Wait, are these... Of course they aren't.
What's wrong with those? Last time I checked, they were pretty tasty.
I was hoping it was a special kind of apple. My parents used to bring me some from Museo all the time, but the trading ban made it illegal to export them.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. They sell them like crazy in the markets of Museo.
Really? You need to take me there, Pro. We can make a brief detour, right?
Maybe.
Good enough for me.
Wow, this is so soft. Aaron must have cleaned it last night.
It is?
Hold on, let me see.
Seems like their priorities are in order.
Oh, come on, you have got to check this out.
I'll pass.
Why is there a fireplace in here? Valenorth is always the perfect temperature.
Isn't that because of the spiritual energy?
Yeah, it keeps everything warm and cozy. Without it, Valenorth would be an icy wasteland.
I think I saw the mountain peaks on my way up here. I wonder why the spirits chose this place to settle down.
Oh, you must be talking about Eastcrown. Everyone wonders what's up there, but we'll never know.
Don't say never, Fortem. I'm sure we'll figure it out one day. Celestia won't be unmapped forever.
Not within our lifetimes, I'm sure.
Probably not.
Whew, that got a little dark.
Good thing we have a fireplace to light things up.
What are these shields here for?
Mostly for design, I'm assuming.
Actually, I've asked Aaron about those. They were used during the raid on the Triumvirate. You know, the one where they stole the Blade of Exodus?
So it's in memoriam then?
Something like that, yeah. And he said something about the fire in our hearts. Though I'm guessing that's related to the fireplace.
The man has a reason for everything, I guess. It seems a lot of thought was put into this tavern.
Tavern? Isn't it a bar? I've heard quite a few people call it Peregrino Bar. In fact, they even started calling it PB for short.
PB. What an odd name.
Wow, there's so much to choose from.
Don't tell me you're planning on drinking, Fortim.
Why not?
You have a lot of stuff to do.
But it looks so delicious.
Trust me, it's probably not as tasty as you think. From what I've heard, it's just bitter, and it burns.
Sure, from what you've heard. You don't have to keep secrets from me, Valessa.
What are you talking about? I've never had any alcohol, I swear.
Don't worry, I believe you.
Seriously?
Aren't you two a little young to be drinking?
Nope, Valessa is just being a spoil sport.
I am not.
Let's have some then.
Well, maybe.
Ah yes, peer pressure.
Good, because we might be here for a while. Fortim and I have been talking all evening. There's something we need to discuss. Now.
Yeah, we both came to the same conclusion. This isn't an order. It's more of a polite demand. Seer, you need to choose the next Elder of Valinor.
You have a lot on your plate. You can't handle everything responsibly. Valinor's future requires nothing but the utmost care and attention. We can't expect you to lead Valinor and train with that blade.
It's exactly like she said. Listen, I know this may seem sudden to you, but we've been talking about it for a while now. We wouldn't feel comfortable leaving Peregrino without a new elder. Someone needs to plot Valinor's future and make choices along the way. Considering you'll be busy with the rebellion, we want you to elect one of us.
Let us carry this burden, Seer. Please.
Did we say something wrong? Look, he has no idea what to say.
And I thought we made our case pretty clear. Look, we're the best two candidates here. You should make your choice before the night is over.
We can talk about it a little more if you'd like. It'd be best if this wasn't a hasty choice, right? Let's think things through, like a team.
There goes that rest we wanted to have. Looks like I'll have to get comfortable. So, what do we talk about? Like we said, ruling Valinor requires a lot of attention. Quite frankly, we don't think you have enough to spare. Not with the rebellion and that blade in the mix, at least.
We just want to help you. For example, that choice about Peregrino, you could have left it to us instead of stressing out about it. Doesn't it make more sense to do that in the future? That way, it won't interfere with your training. You need to give that blade all of your effort.
Yeah, and we really are the best two candidates. There's no need to worry about making the wrong choice here. I'm sure that both of us will lead Valinor to a great future.
But first things first, we need to reconnect with the spirits. There's no point settling down on condemned land. We'll have to ensure our future before we plan it out.
Yeah, he's right. Anything else?
Well, I'm actually a fan of what Milas and his father have done. Valinor has spent more than enough time being independent. We need to band together. We'll be strong enough to face any threat. Valessa wants to maintain our independence. We can't have that. How long until we're attacked again? The Triumvirate isn't our last enemy, and when that time comes, I want to have allies. We need to be strong. To that end, I would have converted Peregrino into a barracks. I know you didn't, and I'm going to honor your choice. I'll be proud to lead Valinor just as you left it. Is that all?
Because Milas and his father have given up Valinor's soul. We need to stand apart. Our culture, our line of seers, they're special. Valinor was and always should be independent. It's just fact. Whatever comes our way, we can handle it on our own. That's the way it's been for thousands and thousands of years. This is only happening because we stoked the Triumvirate's ire. That won't happen again. And Fortum can't see that. He wants to unite with the rest of Alestia and give up our identity. Why waste all of our resources preparing for something that won't happen? I think you understand where I'm coming from. Otherwise, you would have turned this place into a barracks. It's important to our identity. We can't just throw it away. Any other questions?
Well, what is it?
Please think this through.
How? Really? This is like a dream come true. I can't believe this is actually happening.
Yeah, that's a fact. Fortum in charge of our nation. You realize what that means, don't you?
Yeah, it means we're finally a team. I won't just be tagging along anymore. The three of us are Valenorth now. We can travel the world together, creating alliances. After we save Alestia, we can reconnect with the spirits too. We'll have a huge network of allies, ready to take on any challenge. I'm going to change history. This is insane. Thank you so much. I don't know what else to say.
Well, I have a few things to say, but I think I need to get some sleep. I'm upset. I can't deny that fact. But this won't change the way I treat either of you. I'm still your scribe, and I'm still Fortum's friend. I'll get over this. I've gotten over much worse. I can still help Valenorth in my own way, right? In the end, maybe this is for the best.
When we get to Mazeo, I'll be Valenorth's envoy. Meeting Domik will be completely different. It'll be diplomatic in nature. We can discuss how to better utilize the bond between our nations. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be thinking out loud. Wouldn't be a good idea to give away my strategies. Hey, I was actually wanting to ask, do you think I could stay in your room tonight? All this talk about attacks and stuff, it has me scared. I mean, I'd feel a little safer with friends nearby. I can sleep on the floor if you don't want me to bother you. You won't even know I'm here. I can promise you that. Whoa, are you serious? Thanks! I didn't want to ask in case you weren't comfortable, but I can't turn down the comfort of a warm bed. Thanks, Seer.
Stop. It's almost instinctual now. Interesting. Sorry for not being here right away. I didn't know you'd come so fast. That means things have slowed down on your end. I see. No. Even now, corruption grows within you. It can flow from the most noble of actions. But is that corruption what you truly want? There is no way to discern the consequences of your actions. You act instinctively, much like before. You do what you think is right. But what is right and what is pure? Well, those are two different things. You know who I am, or at least, what I belong to. I speak not for the triumvirate, but of my own accord. Not that this would go against the wishes of my subordinates. That power within you is a truly wonderful thing. So much strength, gifted to you by the realm of spirits. But you have to ask yourself, is it truly a gift? Do you act in Lestia's best interests, or in the spirits? Until now, everyone in Valinor assumed the two aligned. But things are changing. They're starting to make a push. What purpose is your journey if it ends in complete corruption? Keep that in mind as you stride forward, and make those tough choices. Many of them breed corruption. The pursuit of strength, for example. Before you go, I did call you here for one purpose. It's beautiful, isn't it? There's never been a more pure form of corruption. You seek to dethrone us. Isn't that your goal? In that case, remember one thing. The only thing that can destroy pure corruption is purity itself, embodied.
Oh, hey! Good morning, Seer. I saw all this dust and couldn't help myself. Sure, it lost me a few hours of sleep, but I don't care. How about you? How did you sleep? Oh, well, I don't blame you. The beds at home are a lot more comfortable. I heard Ulrich talking outside. We're skipping breakfast. When we're all ready, we're heading to Museo. I think you can tell what I'm planning, right? We'll finally be able to share some apples.
Oh, hey, Fortune. I was gonna look for you too. Glad to know I didn't end up wasting time.
Morning, Valessa. Sleep well?
I suppose so, all things considered. There's a whole host of questions I want to ask. As soon as we meet Domik, I expect to get answers.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Hopefully, as the Elder, I can get him to talk. It's a bit different when it's a political ally asking.
Makes sense, I guess. Maybe I'll give you my list or something. Then it'll be a matter of Mazeo-Valenworth relations.
Not a bad idea, actually. Either way, I expect to know a lot more in a few days. I can't wait to meet Domik and the rest of the Rebel Alliance.
So, are you ready to go? Ulrich and Pro are waiting out front. I guess the outlook is pretty close to Peregrino.
I'm good. Unless there's something else we need to do. Oh, hey there, Seer. What's wrong? Nothing, really. I'm just thinking about, well, everything. I got a good sleep last night, so that helped. Better than being restless and alone with my thoughts. I'm just thinking about the future a lot right now. I gotta figure out how to make you proud. As Elder, I mean. Just give me some time to figure stuff out. Then I'll shine. It's not like I can fully adapt to being our leader in one night. Thanks for letting me sleep here with you, by the way. It helped me process things in my head a little bit more. If it weren't for that, I would have been too scared to think. Like, what if they attacked in the middle of the night? We all know they'd have to pass by Peregrino first. I was honestly scared we might die here last night. So yeah, thanks a million. But there's one more thing I want to say. Last night, I had a really bad dream. We were making our way down toward Mazeo, but we weren't with Pro and Ulrich. It was our parents. I kept telling them not to go. I knew they wouldn't come back. But they didn't listen. They just kept going. I ran until my legs could barely move. Then I ran even more. It actually felt like I could save them. If I only tried. Eventually, we made it to the gates of Mazeo. Or at least I think they were. I've never actually been there. But this is the worst part. They finally turned to face us. And that's when I realized something shocking. I don't remember what my parents looked like, Seer. Their faces were a blur, almost like they were nobody. They started to speak, but I didn't recognize their voices. Has it been so long that I'm forgetting my own parents? I tried so hard to picture them when I woke up. I couldn't. When they died, everyone told me they weren't really gone. That they'd live on forever, inside of my memory. But even that's fading, Seer. What happens next? Back at the Grand Tree, I said I wanted vengeance. I wanted to take down the Triumvirate to avenge our parents. But this dream was kind of like a wake-up call, you know? Why should I fight for something that doesn't exist? And better yet, something I can't even picture in my head. There are so many reasons to fight, all of them less selfish. So, I think I want to fight for you. I want to make sure that you're safe and you survive this. When it comes to you, the entirety of Alestia is at stake. I just miss them so much. At the end of the dream, when they turned back, I ran toward them and tried to hug them one more time. But I didn't feel anything when I did, and the dream ended. But right now, I'm definitely feeling something, and I know this won't end. I know you're not going anywhere. This is what I need to fight for. The things that are right in front of me, the things that matter, and the things I cherish.
I can't believe Fortum is in charge now. No offense. My vision for the future of Valenworth was just so clear. But now, everything is changing. It's not home anymore. That is, if we can even find a way to save it. You know, reconnecting with the spirits or whatever. I'm starting to think that's quite the tall order. I'm not saying it'd be any simpler if you chose me. It's just... Never mind. I actually don't know what I'm saying. Whatever comes to mind seems to be coming out of my mouth. Sorry for rambling on. It's just a lot to take in. But being able to talk about it definitely helps. Thanks, Seer. At the end of the day, being able to confide in you is great. Thanks. I appreciate it. I truly do. It's always good when someone has your back. Venting helps, as inconvenient as it's known to be. I'm glad you don't mind, because we're dealing with pretty big issues. If I can trust you with this kind of stuff, I can trust you with anything. Which is great, because something tells me there's a lot more to come. What am I going to do? From this point forward, your visions are very important. I doubt that the one you had about Valenworth will be the last, especially now that this blade is involved in everything. We need to make an important decision here. Do we involve the rest of Alestia with this stuff? Or do we keep the visions to ourselves, like always? If we start to serve them with our visions, they'll be dependent. After this war is over, they could expect us to keep helping out. Or even worse, people with ill intent could force us to help. Should we keep our roles as secret as possible? Or should we openly tell everybody who we are? This is the first time a seer has left Valenworth. We're making history. But what kind of history do we make? Do you really think so? The world is full of horrible people, you know. We can't trust that everybody will be on our side. Even if they act like it, they could just be using us. I'd say I trust our judgment, but I'm not so sure. I can play along, so it doesn't seem like I'm hiding anything. But the moment someone rubs me the wrong way, I'll tell you. Better to stay on our toes. Otherwise, they'd trample over us. Thanks for giving me your advice here. It's good to have some direction. I was feeling lost. I'm glad to know we can keep working together like this. And I'm glad we can rise to the challenge. That's good. Something tells me there'll be more challenges to come. But as long as we band together and talk it out, we can do this. Let's get things moving, alright? Like I said, I have a better sense of direction now. Or at the very least, my mind is more clear. That's all I needed.